Hey YouTube, Dawson Rider here with a review of the Ben 10 Omniverse Omnitrix Challenge. The second Omniverse review I'm able to bring you of one of the versions of the new Omnitrix. We're just going to take a quick look at the packaging. As I said before in the Hyper Alien reviews, if you watch that, it's kind of new while also being reminiscent of old packaging. You got like the picture of 16-year-old Ben there with the Omnitrix. It says Omniverse. This is where everything went, obviously. It says Omnitrix Challenge. And then on the back, it shows how this all works and what you're supposed to do with it. And then it gives their little stats, which are kind of important too if you want to have fun with this, or fun being a loosely defined term. And then it shows other things. You get blocks and feedback in the 4-inch line, and they come with little figures for this. So, and then of course you have the little picture of 11-year-old Ben up there too. So, not too much to show, just I felt like showing it because you're going to need those stats for this. So what comes with it is you get the Omnitrix, obviously, and then you get these 10 little minifigures, which all have individual stats for the battle. I'm going to go ahead and just show the figures first. They're just kind of like little miniaturized figures, not really detailed at all. They're super small. You get Lodestar here first. What's kind of neat about these is it gives you a sneak preview of all their little redesigns. We have seen Lodestar in one of the trailers. He's now got like antenna, I don't know, but he looks pretty decent. I mean, not like the figure. The figures are just kind of horrible little thingies, but like his new design looks pretty cool. And then we have NRG right here, who basically just has some minor little redesigns, and now he's got like a lid, or a handle for his lid. And then we have Accelerate here, NRG, don't fall over. Accelerate here, who doesn't look to be too majorly redesigned. I mean, obviously he's going to be done in the new style, but just from the figure, that doesn't look to be anything too major. His head may be a little bit more pointy, but not that much. Heat Blast here, once again, we've seen him, nothing too major. They fixed his eyes to be more like the original series, but generally, the same deal here. Armadillo here. He looks pretty much the same in the figure, and his face is really badly done. But we've seen him also in one of the little previews, and he just kind of has some minor tweaks. Spidermonkey, one of the more major tweaks, as you can see. He's got now this kind of spiked out hair. He's got sashes, and now more eyes, and he just more generally redesigned, and I actually quite like it. And then we have Water Hazard here. Take a look at him. You can't really tell from this figure, but he's got a really awesome new design. I love his new design in Omniverse. Whoops, just knocked over Spidermonkey. And then we have Upchuck here. Can't really tell too much about his redesign. He looks pretty much the same. I'm sure it'll definitely just be in the new style. There'll probably be some minor tweaks. Then we got Cannonbolt, who we've also seen, which is he's gotten a stylized change. I mean, he's relatively the same, just kind of some minor style changes. He's got a new voice. And then Terraspin, who thus far from the little previews we've seen pretty much seems relatively the same. So they're neat little looking figures, and they're nothing too special. I mean, maybe something to put on your desk, but it's kind of neat to get a little preview of, you know, their designs. So then you get the Omnitrix here, which actually paint-wise, the paint looks good, and when I first got it I was thinking, this is actually make a pretty nice display piece. Like the black's kind of got a sparkle to it, the green looks really nice. I was just thinking when I was like sitting there, I was like, oh, this would make a good display piece. Then I realized that it's not accurate, because all of these silver parts here are supposed to be white. Let's take you up here just for a minute. As you can see, there's the Omnitrix, the new Omnitrix. And it has white parts now, and these are all silver. So that is highly disappointing when it's supposed to be white. Kind of annoying. And then you got like this big kibble here, so like it fits my wrist. I'm not gonna put it on right now, but it fits my wrist, but it looks really blocky, so even if you're doing it for like a cosplay thing, it's kind of blocky looking, and the fact that it's kind of ruined for display in terms of it being not accurate is kind of bad, but otherwise like the paint looks pretty nice on it. It could, maybe you could think of it like as a movie version if they were doing another live action movie, but the paint's not too terrible on it, it's just not accurate. As I showed you, it does fit my wrists. You do it via this like little peg system here, like the past ones you've done. For its functionality now, it's pretty simple. You flip this up by pressing this down, and you flip this little pad up, and there's little holes in here, and then you put the figures in to do NRG, Lodestar, and Accelerate. And then when you press it again, they're supposed to pop out like that, if you just saw that. for the battle. I originally thought when I first saw this it was like one of those battle Omnitrixes where you like fling them at each other, but it's not. You just like you and your opponent put them on your wrists and then fling their alien at each other, and then when the aliens are out, you compare their stats, which are shown via the back, and see who wins. It's actually rather quite boring. Down here there's a little turn thing, and you just turn it like that to switch what alien comes out. NRG has an absolute horrible time coming out of there, so I'll switch it again, accelerate a little bit better. But yeah, it's kind of a stupid gimmick. I mean, I know they've done like battle Omnitrixes in the past, where you fling the figures at each other, which is at least mildly entertaining, and I really don't see this as entertaining at all. I mean, I guess for kids it could be, but even like my child brain has a hard time thinking that could be entertaining. The stat system kind of reminds me of the old Metabots figures, the way they had little dice that you would compare stats with based on body part and stuff, which was kind of neat actually for that, based on the way Metabots work. But this is just kind of not that fun to me, and I feel like it was just a way to figure out how to incorporate a figure that will come with the 4-inch Alien Collection that you should get for an Omnitrix, since the touch is all gonna have the sounds all in it, with the exception of the little plugins that come with the 6-inch figures. But so overall, I can't really recommend this for collectors or kids, really, because I just don't think it's that fun. I mean, I guess if you want one for a kid he can just like mess around with around the house or something, then that could be okay, but it's not accurate. The little figure thing is kind of boring, and I don't know. I just really don't care for it, so I would skip this and wait for the Omnitrix Touch, or maybe another version they'll inevitably come out with later that'll be better. But yeah, so that's about it. Until next time, make sure you check out WritersRangeRambles.com for token news in the craziest way possible. Until next time, Dawson Rider, signing out.